Kevin Bacon just paid an unexpected visit to a rural home in Wisconsin. And no, I'm not spoiling some scene out of that movie by the Mr. Robot guy. Besides, it wasn't that Kevin Bacon. It was a big fat pig.
Friday night around 8 o'clock, I'm watching TV and my wife comes in the room and says, Jake, I think there's a pig on our driveway camera. And I'm like, you serious?
That guy lives in Wisconsin where, yes, this 450-pound donut-eating pig named Kevin Bacon had made its way to his back door on Friday. Our man here took to the telephone and soon determined that Kevin Bacon had wandered over from a nearby farm, whose owner had been out of town for the weekend.
Yeah, that's definitely my pig. He's a big black pig? I said, yeah. He's like, yeah, his name is Kevin Bacon. And he's actually a little lonely, so he's probably just looking for company.
With the assistance of the Kenosha Sheriff's Department, this guy and his family were able to help out this nearly half-ton pig named in honor of the star of Hollow Man by escorting him a mile back to his home, a journey that took 2.5 hours, about 30 minutes longer than the running time of Hollow Man itself, and also required the man's daughter to climb on top of the pig's back to get it going. After using Oreos and stuff they found in their fridge to lure Kevin Bacon back to his farm, our family here claims they think they made a lifelong friend.
They all wanted to adopt him immediately, and I said, we don't have a place to put a 450-pound pig, but yeah, they fell in love with him right away.
Now, if you're sitting at home, in your living room or another room, watching this and thinking to yourself, hey, at the News Refresh on YouTube, this is old news. You already did this story. First, thanks for subscribing. And second, that's not true. Now, what we did do is release a different story last November about a different pig named Kevin Bacon that escaped from a home in Pennsylvania. In that instance, the actual actor Kevin Bacon took to social media to draw his audience's attention to the escaped animal. And after weeks of remaining on the lam, its owners used a Benadryl-laced sticky bun to knock the thing out and ultimately get it home. It's worth mentioning that, according to the Life with Pigs Farm Animal Sanctuary in Williamsburg, Virginia, Kevin doesn't crack the top 51 name suggestions for boy pigs, losing out to the Leonardos, Piggy Smalls, and Wee Wees of the world. And Kevin Bacon himself told People magazine in November, I no longer eat goat and I no longer eat pig because I have goats and I have pigs. Indeed, even in jest, it does seem somewhat cruel to name an animal for the food they're about to become. Like calling your cow McDouble, your shrimp shrimp. Or if when I was born, my parents named me Greg Longpig. Why Long Pig? Well, that's apparently a mid-19th century translation of an expression used by cannibals from the South Pacific, meaning human flesh used as food. Some think that humans taste like pork. I myself wouldn't know. I'm not much of a people person. And according to this 1882 report from The Pilot, America's oldest Catholic newspaper, on the cannibal islands of Fiji, long pig was at times made into puddings. And a favorite form of revenge was to collect and insult the bones of the enemy, powder them, and serve them up to the survivors when peace had been made and celebrated. This might just sound like a knockoff of that scene from the end of Titus Andronicus or that episode of South Park, but whatever it is, if your boss invites you over to a dinner party for a feast of long pig, you better make up a story about the babysitter.